Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes?
Boa tarde, gato.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
É mais fazedor de hora.
So we're up and running. Emerson Royal has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
Well, he's mostly known for his blistering pace, Peter, so we would expect him to, try and get at the byline and whip the cross or two in, and he's got that great acceleration to get away from fullbacks. And if he can produce 3 or 4 good moments like that today, it could be enough.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. It's made its way to him. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Lino. Knocks it into space. Neymar, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Both sides exercising caution for now. Ah, such a clever touch. And here's Zico, forced to go back. And it's Saul. Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, super ball. He's cut it out. Oh, good spread. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. In with the challenge. There's a sharp little ball here. Neymar. Always goal side. Neymar! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And we have liftoff.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter? To see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
Flamengo have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
And here's Lino. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Neymar. And it's Neymar. He's ended up in no man's land. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's a good foot in there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Distributed tidily. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He'll try from distance! Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. He'll fancy himself from here. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Zico! Nearly, but not quite. Oh, Red, nice interception. He won't be happy with that one. And he's only too happy to take that back. Good running, strong and purposeful. Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Flamengo with the corner. They're first. Zico goes short. Oh, sweet feet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Saul. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
This is a promising build-up. That's destined for the flank. Very nicely done. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Neymar! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. No, that was never going to make it. So, what can they make of this? Oh, it's a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's a good ball out wide.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. This possibly the last play of the half. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Flamengo come in leading by just the odd goal.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Flamengo just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then.
Flamengo can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Now it's Neymar. Just eases him off the ball.
Neymar clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
This is Zico. And the shot! It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So tries one from range. Off the post. Goal! Flamingo! Into the lead once more. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Flamengo leading now. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Flamengo have their third corner. Zico with the short one. Now this could be a chance. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. Place it in low. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just...
Boa tarde, gato.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Big chance! And a neat finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Flamengo drag themselves for it. Goal! Ah, it's offside, and that'll count for nothing.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. And he was quick to react. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the through ball. Look at real chance! Goal! Flamingo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came up beautifully.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Substituição no
Do you
time
think
do
he's feeling the effects of
Flamengo.
that tackle?
Camisa 21.
So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Zico is behind this one. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Zico! They get a throw in. Oh, that is asking for trouble. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away, and he's managed to get free.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That's going to go a long way.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Bruno Enrique. Zico. Threads one in. That looks a cracking ball. And the shot! Great reaction!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
He's in a great position here. Flamengo could be just about done here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's on it, can he get away? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Neymar.
Teremos 5
Excellent
minutos
challenge
de
there,
acréscimo.
uncompromising. 5 minutes to add. And he welcomes it in. Luis Araujo. Bruno Enrique. Now it's Lino.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, important interception. So their fourth quarter of the game. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Pass is just off target. And the referee brings it to a close. Flamengo pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately... So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then. Bruno Enrique. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Lucas Verissimo finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
He's a fine all-round defender, Peter. Physically, he's strong, he's a good reader of the game and never afraid to put in a tackle. A well
Chance for a shot! Goal! Flamengo! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Played back into the centre. It's a sharp pass. Emerson to Jorginho. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Neymar. Lino. Now it's Lino. He's on it. Can he get away? Flamengo have a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Neymar. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Bruno Enrique, Neymar, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. It's good running with the ball. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Carrillo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pass is just off target. Engages and forces him off the ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Carrillo.
Santos really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Jorginho. And it's Neymar. And here's Lino. Neymar. Getting up there! And that's it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. If the defence let themselves down by not keeping them up, I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
He won't be happy with that one. And they've got a throw. Oh, terrible pass. Lucas Verissimo. And it's Carrillo. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rincon. Somewhat off target. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. That's put paid to the danger.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Passing is crisp and sharp. Andre Carrillo.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Emerson. Santos are still behind as we reach out for half-time. It's a really well-measured ball. Aimed beyond the defence.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now it's Bruno Henrique. Oh, that's a key interception.
Teremos minuto de
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tries to pass it through. Jorginho spots it and intercepts. And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And that has put paid to that. Now it's Bruno Henrique. Space for him to turn and look. Here comes the... He leaps for it! But he's left disappointed.
Bruno Henrique is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And he is dashing away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Jorginho. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have...
Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's a throw.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a...
Can he finish? It's in! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Flamengo really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Oh, good effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now, can they get him away? Great chance! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Substituição
we have
no
movement
time
on
do
both benches.
Flamengo. Camisa 7, camisa 19, camisa 27, camisa 10.
Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa
Plenty of space
8,
out wide here.
camisa
And the
13,
keeper beats it away.
camisa 9, camisa
He's gonna be disappointed with that.
64, camisa 33. Substituição.
Santos may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Looking here to chip it through. An instinctive delivery. Santos. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Yellow or red? It is red. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Flamengo are down to 10 men.
Substituição em andamento.
Santos have opted to make another change here. Carrillo. Santos have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That pass isn't the best. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's made its way to... Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Teremos uma substituição.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Lino. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Arau. Ball looks a good one. Shot a goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great reading of the game and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Santos have their second corner now. And can he finish it? have brought them level.
Ah, that was so poor. A very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Roque.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort. Flamengo can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And they're back on the ball again. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Teremos 5 minutos de acréscimo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. And that has been cleared. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, he's bustling through here. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
No, that's been intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Santos can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately... Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming, or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Getting up there! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Has to go back here. Emerson Royal finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, with the explosive pace
Doing
he's
essa
got,
porra,
Peter,
mano.
I'd be expecting his teammates to look for the overlap at every opportunity. He can whip in a mean cross too from the byline, but he's the kind of guy you can rely on for his defensive duties too. You know, he'll give you a good shift at either end.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Bruno Henrique.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now this could be a chance. He'll try from distance! Oh, gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And he's had it nicked away. Can he finish? Goal! Flamengo! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Their opener, it is a goal of real significance.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue.
Chance! It's in! They're level in each race!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time.
He's having a shot! Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Bruno Henrique. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Paulinho. He's got away. They're urging him to shoot. Deftly away. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Saul. Now it's Bruno Henrique. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. He's shifting through the gears here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Neymar.
Flamengo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Good ball, good take. Pinches it off him. Saul. Tries to play it through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Carrillo. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He'll try to keep this alive. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now that's well seen too. Paulinho does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Shapes to shoot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Flamengo with the corner, there first. He's going for goal! Flamengo has the chance to go the other way. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Threads one in. He's a sharp little ball. Aims beyond the defence.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Hey! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 8.
Flamengo get the
Camisa
second half started.
18. Deixando o
Flamengo
campo para
are
a
probably
entrada
feeling
de
relatively good about
camisa
themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen
27.
anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Emerson.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
It's a sharp pass. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Bruno Henrique. Jorginho. Some good work on the right flank here. He's picked his way through. Lino.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
The most accurate pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Flamengo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Great ball, and he's in here. He's header! Goal! Flamengo! Into the lead once more. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Flamengo with the lead.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Público presente na partida de hoje,
80.953 There is an irresistible, irrepressible
espectadores.
look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Can he get on the end of this? You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Oh, some tackle that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Lino. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. Brilliantly cut out. Looking to play him in. Nicely spread. Well, they can break here. Oh, Nicely intercepted. Emerson. Looking for options for movement. Spread neatly. It's a promising position. Pulgar. This looks promising. Not going up front in a hurry. Pass somewhat off target. Pulgar. Great vision. And he's seen that early. Use the second sixth. Neymar! He's got it all! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Camisa 10.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Paulinho. And here's Neymar. Neymar! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Now it's Bruno Henrique.
Flamengo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, well played.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Neymar. And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance. Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, just look at the way the manager's berating his defence. If I was on that touchline, I'd be like that too.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Camisa 27, camisa 15. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 20, camisa 6, camisa 29. Substituição, foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Nicely weighted ball. Andre Carrillo. Spread out to the left. Now it's Lino. Andre Carrillo. And this is Carrillo. Pulgar. So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão as informações sobre como se localizar dentro do estádio. Substituição no
Into
time
extra
do
time we go.
Flamengo. Camisa
Flamengo
52.
conceded an equaliser
Vai
late
ser
on.
substituído
Now
pelo
they have to do it all
jogador
again. Do they
camisa
have what it
21.
takes?
Substituição em andamento.
That has not gone well. Pulgar. That pass has been well intercepted. That's going wide left. That looks a good ball through. And a chance! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
There's the header! Not a Royal Footballs and how moments. That's destined for the flank. Lino running with the ball. Has crossed it. Oh, good! Oh, it rattles the bar! And he's managed to get free. Pulls it back. Tries a shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Flamengo leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he was quick to react. De la Cruz. Oh, good spread. And we're halfway through extra time.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que
The teams then
permaneçam
separated by
sentados
just
durante
one
a partida.
significant moment.
Agradecemos
How
sua
telling will that
cooperação.
be? The next 15 minutes will decide. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's picked it up out wide. Decent chance! Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in a great position here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well timed, excellent interception. That's where it came from. This is a promising build-up. There's the shot! And he hits the net! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that. And that's it.
Senhoras e
Thanks to
senhores,
Jim alongside me,
agora é
and as the fans
permitido
make
beber
their
na
way
sala.
home. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Zanetti. Acuna, somewhat off target. Now it's Inzaghi. McAllister. For Messi. And here's Mbappe. Paz. And here's Mbappe. Zanetti. McAllister. Both sides exercising caution for now. And he's straight offside. McAllister. Aims beyond the defence. That has ended up in no man's land. Kukcu. And here's Inzaghi. McAllister. Paz. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti has got himself a free kick. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's worked it through. Messi stood up well to him there.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zanetti. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Kukcu. He's through here. And it's made its way to him. And he's managed to get free.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here, played back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards.
That has not gone well. That has been cut short.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
McAllister.
Such good technique.
He's picked his way through. Messi. Messi makes a move down the right. Maradona. Some really good ball movement. Oh, some tackle that. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Inzaghi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
McAllister. Acuna. Martinez. Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Has another go!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kirkchu. Now it's McTominay.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Inzaghi! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Great vision. Batistuta. Can he get it through? And a chance! They've scored!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Argentina are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Acuna. And Paz.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Great ball, and he's in here. Maradona! Now it's Inzaghi. And it's Neves. Distributed tidily. And this is Messi, and it's played in here. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Cruzeiro currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second period is underway.
Cruzeiro really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Look at this decent chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
João Neves really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cruzeiro with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has been knocked clear. Oh, this looks sharp. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Messi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Inzaghi. Mbappe. Messi. And he's had it nicked away. This is a promising build-up. Kirkchu. Now it's McAllister. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Inzaghi. Spread to the right. He has found the way through. Shot a goal! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Cruzeiro have their second corner now. And they've got rid. And Here's Mbappe. Mbappe! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Argentina are looking to go forward now. That's Maradona. Messi. Oh, well measured. Batistuta takes a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And that's definitely not his best. Oh, it's Inzaghi. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Lisandro Martinez promptly onto that, and that is that. Paz. McCallum, and the shots! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Two
Camisa
coaches
7.
are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Camisa 14. Camisa 4.
Superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Camisa 11.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Camisa 6.
And he is going into that little black book.
Substituição.
It's a pretty loose pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Cruzeiro are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
And Shevchenko! Oh, good finish. Cruzeiro are back on level terms. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Played out to the left flank. That's a shade optimistic. Tonali is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Kukçu. Spread it left. It's a promising position. Great challenge, time to perfection.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. This is Shevchenko. Shevchenko is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kukcu cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Cruzeiro can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Shevchenko, spread out to the left. Pass is short and sharp. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko! He has a look out. Lo Celso.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Quick to
acréscimo.
react. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Almada. And it's Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! And that is as much as we have time for. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all...